Isn't mincing any words. They want to stop abortion, and you could be deciding if that happens when you vote this November. Today, proponents of the Personhood Amendment announced they have enough signatures to get that issue on the ballot. 7 News reporter Lance Hernandez is live at the Knights of Columbus headquarters in Denver. And Lance, there was quite a celebration there this afternoon.
They had a rally here. It was a bit like a religious revival. They sang "Glory, Glory, Hallelujah" after announcing that they'd collected nearly 4,000 more signatures than they needed.
Proponents turned in nearly 80,000 signatures to the Secretary of State's office today. They want to change the way Coloradans, especially in the medical community, think.
It would change the preborn child's status from being property, which it currently is in the state of Colorado, it's human property, to being a human person like you or I.
The last proposal like this one was trounced at the polls, but proponents are not giving up. One supporter mentioned the underdog victory of Scott Brown, the Massachusetts senator. Scott Mason then offered another tidbit.
The Saints won the Super Bowl, and now Washington, D.C.'s frozen, so hell's frozen over. And the political winds are changing.
The head of the Interfaith Alliance says that group opposes the measure.
We believe this amendment is an overt attempt to put a religious definition of life in our state constitution. We believe state law should not be based on a religious belief or doctrine.
When asked whether Roe v. Wade would trump this if it passes, supporters said it'll be a big hairy fight.
Just like we have homicide laws that protect people from other people taking their lives, the states traditionally have had this power to do it. It's under the police powers, the 10th Amendment.
Planned Parenthood calls the measure dangerous.
There are far-reaching consequences. It could impact everything from property rights to inheritance rights. That this is not a simple measure that they want to make it appear to be. It's very serious.
Now, the wording of this year's proposal is a little different than it was the last time around. In 2008, they used the word fertilize to describe the first point at which life begins. This time, they're using the phrase from the beginning of the biological development of that human being. Live in downtown Denver, Lance Hernandez, 7 News.
And Lance, at this point, it's not certain that we'll be voting on this yet because the Secretary of State has to validate those signatures. But what if the office determines that they're not valid?
Well, then they'll give notice to the group, and once they give that notice, that group will have about 15 days to fix the discrepancy, which means they can go out and collect more signatures.